Well, it looks like we're live. Welcome to the Break Even Sports Show. Sorry for the technical difficulties tonight, guys. Obviously, I'm the prospector here with you, and right now with you we have the mayor, and you may see some other people in the background who are maybe here on the screen, but not necessarily here in person. So,
there we go. We got it out of the way.
There we go. There we go.
So, it'll join us in a little while, folks.
Yeah,
he's at a work dinner tonight, and we had to interrupt him to get connected here.
Yeah, sorry guys for the technical difficulties and for being a little bit late, but we're here tonight, and right now I've got the mayor with me. How are you tonight, sir?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm doing okay. And as you heard us, we are calling this the Break Even Sports Show. And for those of you that interact with us on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8 Eastern time, the inspiration for the Break Even is because Eric Profit does not choose to appear on this episode. So instead of a profit, we decided to break even with this sports show. And this is where we talk about the sports that you don't hear us talking about on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We're talking soccer. We're talking FCS. We're talking Formula One when that comes up. We'll be talking hockey, basketball, all those other sports that you don't hear us talking about normally, at least on the other shows. So tonight we're going to be talking about a lot about soccer, and then there's a little bit of FCS I wanted to talk about as well. Too bad there wasn't a whole lot going on this weekend, huh, Donnie?
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, where I want to start, I'm glad that you're on, because where I want to start is actually with your Crystal Palace. What a result this past weekend for Crystal Palace, and well, I'm going to let you talk about it, but how about Crystal Palace this past weekend?
That was a game. I had not signed up for Peacock yet until I got up Saturday morning and got a text from Virgil about Palace, and I was like, "Wait, what?" Boom. I gotta go ahead and I've been fighting it, but you know what? I was like, boom, sign up. I got to see this game, and we were up 1-0, and I was like, hang on, and Liverpool just kept battling in the second half. I was just so nervous, and then oh my gosh, like when they scored that goal late, then like 2 or 3 minutes left to go before extra time, I was like just deflated. I was like, here we go, another draw. Well, it was so frustrating, and then again, elation again with that goal to actually take the win. Oh my gosh! In the last few seconds of a chance to do that. So
was that game at Anfield, or was that at Selhurst?
It was at Selhurst. Yeah.
Was it Selhurst?
Yeah.
It
was my first time watching Crystal Palace live.
So. Well, we all know that you're just putting it on. We all know that you've been a Crystal Palace fan for years on end. And
I shouldn't say that. I did see some of their match against Millwall, but that was on Paramount Plus, so I was able to watch that. But this was a full league game, so
yeah. Well, I mean, it's a huge win for Crystal Palace, and actually in the table, I want to say that puts them third in the table at the moment. After this week's round of games, and that's not a place that Crystal Palace ventures into very often. And what I wanted to ask you about is, their manager Oliver Glasner has been in a position time and time again where he loses really, really good players. I mean, I know that you're only recently a Crystal Palace fan, but
Right.
just to give the listeners an example, I mean, they've lost their in consecutive seasons. They've lost arguably their best player. A couple years ago, they lost Wilfred Zaha, who, as you probably know, Donnie and others might know, who's now in MLS with Charlotte.
Yeah.
He was a former Crystal Palace legend, honestly, for what he's done for that club into over 2 stints. And then they lost Michael Olise, who's a star winger that's now a superstar playing for Bayern Munich. And despite losing him, they went and won their first trophy in 125 years last season. And then they won a preseason trophy this season, beating Liverpool again in the Community Shield. And for those that don't know, that's when the winner of the Premier League plays the winner of the FA Cup. So that's huge for Palace to get 2 trophies in a matter of months when they hadn't won any in 125 years. And I think a lot of the credit just has to go to Oliver Glasner, their manager. He's, like I said, he lost Michael Olise, and then just earlier this summer they lost Eberechi Eze, to Arsenal, and the thing is they're not really replacing them with like for like replacements. I mean, they just don't have the budget to bring in players of a similar quality. But what they do is that the players they do bring in fit the system, and Oliver Glasner gets the absolute best out of them. And so I think this proves that Oliver Glasner is the real deal. He is he's not someone that I think gets the credit that he deserves as a manager. And I think that I think the sample size is big enough now to prove that he's maximizing the talent that out of that squad, because he has no depth. I mean, outside the starting 11 on that bench, there's not a whole lot that you look at that scares you. But he's
Yeah.
such a good tactician.
I'm just learning this, so admittingly transparency. I'm very new at this.
Yeah.
I stumbled into this bandwagon on a whim, just because of you and Virgil and your love of soccer around the world, and I just randomly picked this team out of thin air, not knowing anything about them or anything else, just because I love the name of it. It just struck me as a cool name, and there was so much talk about them winning the FA Cup, and it was like kind of their first trophy. And I was like, okay, they must be an underdog story. Not knowing anything about them, I was just like, you know what, I picked them just to pick at you guys, and it's working out so far.
Yeah.
So I'm learning more and more. Like I said, I signed up now for Peacock to watch games, so I will get
You're
more and
bringing
more
them
involved.
trophies. You're bringing
Well,
them trophies.
yeah, you hitch your wagon to the mayor, you're
Yeah.
gonna succeed. So, but
Well,
I'm just looking forward to learning more about it. I mean, you're able to rattle off the names and everything like it's nobody's business, because you've been involved in this world for way longer than I have. So I appreciate you giving that insight to the fans and everything, and hopefully I will learn half as much as that one day about this team and a lot of the others. But I will say this: I am happy that we are the only team on the table that has not lost a game. We've scored a
right.
point or more in each match so far. So
You've been very
that's
consistent. You've been very
that's a
consistent.
good thing, and that goes to what you're talking about with the coach. And I know when I first started following them this season, and they did lose. Uh, HA, is that what you said to HA?
Eze.
Eze to
Eberechi
Arsenal,
Eze. Yeah.
Eze to Arsenal. That was kind of the first player that I sort of looked at information of, because I saw that happen and saw that he went back to Arsenal, which he had been with as a youth on their junior team, I guess it is called, or their
The academy team.
academy team. Excuse me, academy
Yeah.
team. But yeah, so I'm enjoying this, and as I texted you and you guys, I now have another American player with Clemson tie that I didn't know anything about. That'll get me into a Europa League team. I don't know anything about the team that I'm selecting, but I'm selecting that team, and I don't know. Maybe I'm hitching myself to another bandwagon that might be a good one. So we'll see how how Leon does, and then I guess do I need to pick a Bundesliga team now or something? I mean, I don't know.
Well, I mean, that's up to you. I mean, like I could make up something and say that Virgil supports a certain team, but I'm going to be honest. He roots for Kaiserslautern in the Bundesliga too, and
Okay.
but yeah, I mean, keep doing your research and see who you're going to attach that mayoral wagon to, because
I'll have to see what
apparently-
speaks to me, because it's like I didn't know anything about Leon or anything. It's like this one story just popped up, and it just like had a connection to me in a roundabout way, and was like, okay,
well,
there you go.
it's funny that you picked Leon though, because I don't even know if you know this, but your former owner, John Texter, was also the owner of, well, his Eagle Investments was all Eagle Capital. Is that right, Mr. Producer?
Eagle Capital. Yeah. Eagle Capital.
Yeah, Eagle Capital also owns Leon.
So is this the whole scenario that got them? Okay, so
Yeah, this is
all the
kind of
controversy, the we had.
no, so
By
I
the
just
way,
jumped
Mr.
in.
Producer,
I just jumped in
welcome.
the swimming pool, didn't
Yeah.
I?
Let's welcome the producer in, by the way. Virgil, how are you doing, my man?
if you want my honest opinion, I am kind of decompressing after today. I will tell you guys off air what's happened,
Sure,
but
sure.
just to spare the details, I was almost about to choke out somebody.
Oh,
So I'll save that for after the show.
yeah,
Yeah, because that's not like your demeanor. So this must
wait,
be a
is that
fun story.
is it like a Cobra Clutch that we're talking about, or are we talking,
No, see, if I'm doing gimmick work, yeah, it's a Cobra Clutch. But no, this is shoot. This is real.
Oh, this is shoot. Okay,
This is shoot.
fair enough.
So a few things. First off, Donnie, welcome to the Testament Troop. I've been loving watching him. I'm hoping he gets a call up soon. I don't know if it's kind of late in the cycle for that, but welcome. Secondly, you're gonna be in a rough time with Leon. I'm just, but
they miss Cherokee.
Oh man, they're missing a lot of things. But
listen, I can't root for them because of Jean-Michel Aulas. I have a hard time, and for those, Mayor, for your edification and for our listeners, Jean-Michel Aulas is basically the technical director of the club at Lyon, and he has been for many, many years. And he did oversee a very long run of success for Lyon on the men's side. I mean, they have a great women's team still, but the men's side has been a bit of a mess now for 10 years, Virgil? 10? Am I going? Is that too long ago, or is that?
I feel like maybe a little too long, because I mean they were still making Europe.
Okay.
So I would probably say I feel like after COVID maybe is when
for 5 years.
I have to go back and actually look at there.
Yeah. Well, anyways, so I just thought it was interesting, Mr. Mayor, that you picked Lyon after considering the inextricable links, and they were the reason that Crystal Palace ended up in the Conference League rather than the Europa League. So they are the actual club that prevented your team.
Am I getting myself into a John Fisher situation?
Well, it's just how I'm just amazed how organically how organically this happened, that you decided to latch on to a team that cost your team a better European competition. But
gotcha.
But
Listen,
maybe it's fun.
That is the downfall of following American players, because sometimes they're going to be with a team that you're not going to like.
Yep. Well, they had to.
Well, we'll see how this goes, and there's divorces happen, so we'll see what happens.
Well, Lyon had to sell one of my favorite players, Thiago Almada, to Atletico Madrid to try to get back within better financial footing, because I don't think that's a player they wanted to lose. Oh, I'm sorry. Botafogo sold Thiago Almada to Atletico Madrid because he was not a Lyon player, even though he made the transfer to Lyon for the second half of last season. But somehow Botafogo sold him. So the multi-club ownership and whatnot, even though my club is just as guilty of that, if not more. But that's a discussion for another day. Mr. Producer, just so you know, we were kind of going over Crystal Palace's win over Liverpool. I don't know if you heard that or not, but I was asking the mayor about what he thought, and I was kind of going over how good of a manager Oliver Glasner is. I think that the sample size now is large enough that you can say he's doing a whole lot with not a lot.
I agree with that. The only thing I kind of worry about is he going to stay at Crystal Palace, or is some bigger club going to swipe him? Which
they will.
I feel like I know it's going to be tried and notable, but the fact that they're sitting third on the table right now, of course we still got a long way to go, but I mean, like I would say if the rate that they're going, I mean, I wouldn't put them. I would think they'd be staying up there. They kind of remind me of Forest from last year being that high. I'd kind of be surprised.
Yeah,
Donnie, just enjoy your Crystal Palace Invincibles because it looks like it's happening.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Polly canceled his date.
Man, I gelled my hair for nothing.
Was it because we were late? We weren't that late.
Polly, we were trying to be late so you could set the mood.
Exactly.
We were trying to let you set the mood, and then we would come in afterwards. So we were just trying to be good wingmen. That's all we were trying to do.
Well, looks like our wings have been clipped, guys.
Yeah, apparently. Apparently Red Bull didn't give me wings.
Oh, so sorry to hear that.
No. In all seriousness, Polly, I'm very sorry for your loss, and certainly condolences to you and your family and your loved ones on your loss.
Absolutely.
So I'll quit joking now. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be insensitive. But obviously condolences to you and your family.
But he also has rescheduled for Thursday. So
okay, well, we'll try to make sure we're on time on Thursday, Polly, just for you. We'll figure out these little things, nothing big. It's something easily fixable. It was just a little thing here and there, but we're good. Make sure Joe is in, Virgil.
I'll make sure.
Quick sidebar to American football. Tyreek Hill just got carted out with some kind of air cast on his left leg. So just FYI.
That makes two.
There we go.
Yeah, that makes two because Malik Neighbors yesterday, ouch to my fantasy team. More importantly, hope he's okay. And Tyreek Hill tonight. That's
I know we'll get into it more tomorrow after these games tonight. But that Miami Dolphins blackout uniform is sick.
It's outstanding. It is outstanding.
Anyway, let's get back to European football.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of, go ahead.
When I said, Polly, we will get into that tomorrow night. I'm sure we'll have a whole lot to talk about. Donnie and I were talking about that for another reason earlier, and you'll find out about that later too. But anyways, we will get into that tomorrow night.
By Yankees in 2, he means that should be the 2:00 game, right? Because
100%. 100%.
Okay, so make sure we're on the same page there.
No, you definitely are. Yep.
Yeah. But we talked about wings being clipped, and you know who wings were not clipped? That'd be the Seagulls of Brighton.
Ooh. You had to go there, did you?
I mean, we talked about Crystal Palace.
Fair enough.
If it'll make you feel better, we can talk about Kaiserslautern losing to Paderborn.
Ironically, the other team I always bring up.
I know. I was waiting for you to bring that up because
I'm trying to take it easy on you guys this week. I've been running. I've been giving you guys a hard time in recent weeks. I'm taking it easy on you this week.
They had a first half red card, and I'm like, oh God, Patrick, if he sees the score, I'm not going to hear the end of it.
I did see the score, but I resisted the temptation.
It surprises me.
I resisted the temptation.
Yeah.
So yeah, after I heard about all the favorites last week, and I think I finished at or near the bottom on everyone's rankings, I said I'm going to give everybody an easier time this week. Maybe I can make it up to 3 on someone's list. You never know.
It's not going to be Eric's.
You what?
It's not going to be Eric's.
No, I'm not even going to make it to 27 on his list, much less 7. But on things that will never. Why dream on things that will never happen? But, yeah, Chelsea, another red card. It just, you can't expect to beat a good team in the Premier League when you lose a guy early in the first half to a red card, and it's another silly red card. Admittedly, Trevor Chalobah was put in a really, really bad position by Andre, our Brazilian midfielder, who I love. I think he's an absolute stud and a wonderful footballer, but he was sloppy, and he played back a very poor pass. He basically got the ball taken away from him, and then Trevor Chalaba was put in no man's land, and he just made a clumsy tackle. I think it was the right call. I mean, I'd be fuming if it was against my team and they didn't call it a red card. So I got to be fair. And the game was just never the same. I mean, tactics go out the window when you go down to 10 men, especially with the way Maresca likes to play. I do think I do criticize Maresca for the decision making he's made in response to the red cards in both games. He can't be blamed for the red cards, but he can be blamed for the response that he's had to the red cards. And I think it's been poor in 2 games. I don't understand some of the substitutions that he made.
Yeah, I feel like some of the subs were panic subs at the very end.
Well, especially the Manchester United game from 2 weeks ago, like taking off like Estevam and Neto at the same time and just going defensive when you have a horrible defense.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why he feels the need to sit back and absorb pressure when we can't defend to save our lives.
But even with the red card, I felt like they still had control of that game until Welbeck came on.
Well,
and when I see Danny Welbeck with the brace, I thought we transferred back to 2015 or something.
Well, I'll just put it to you this way: if you're a Chelsea supporter and you see Danny Welbeck come on the pitch, regardless of which jersey he's wearing, you know he's going to score.
Mm-hmm.
He always scores against Chelsea. You know how certain players just do well against certain clubs. That's Danny Welbeck. And Danny Welbeck, obviously, he hadn't scored all season yet. He scores 2 against Chelsea, coming off the bench in 20 minutes. So, I mean, he just has Chelsea's number, and it doesn't matter. And it's so frustrating to watch, and especially when you know your team can be better. But I really do think that this Club World Cup is coming back to bite them. It's not an excuse because other teams played in it too. And yeah, Mike, that is two straight games with red cards. It was Robert Sanchez, my favorite goalkeeper. No, he's not. And in the Manchester United game, and then Trevor Chalaba, who I do like, even though I don't think he's necessarily a starter quality. I really do like him. I think he's a class act, but it was just in both games, both Robert Sanchez and Trevor Chalaba were put in horrible situations, but they just did not handle them well overall. And we deserve, I mean, I don't think we deserve to lose 3-1, but we didn't do anything after the red card. I thought we played really well for the first 20 minutes. And I thought we were the better team for 20 minutes. And then the red card completely changed the game. And I was very, very, very disappointed.
Do you think a factor of the fact that Benfica is coming to Stamford Bridge on Tuesday played a factor in that?
In the red card or in the lineup?
No, with the lineup and probably some of the tactics and subs that were used in that game.
Possibly, but I mean, it's backfired anyway because I mean, I think Caicedo's out for that game, Joao Pedro's out for that game. So I don't even know what kind of lineup we're even going to be able to put out against Benfica. And I would not be surprised if Benfica win that game coming this week. Because
I mean, I would say it's pretty good possibility, but
I would say it is too.
I don't know.
We've been plagued by injuries. Palmer's out. Yep. Palmer's out. Tosin's out until after the international break. Like I said, Caicedo's out. Joao Pedro's out, which means I don't know who. I guess Tyreek George will play up front. I don't know what else we're going to do because we don't have any other strikers. But it's just going to be a threadbare team and a makeshift team, and we just have to hope for the best. I hope they prove me wrong, but I fully expect Benfica to come and get all 3 points. I really do, which is very hard for me to admit. But I've been going on and on about Chelsea, and this is not the Chelsea podcast. This is the Break Even Sports Show. But to transition, speaking of Chelsea losses, Manchester United. Is it not very Manchester United like to beat Chelsea, but then go and lose the very next game?
I mean, Brentford's not a bad team though. It's not like they lost to like a bottom to mid table team.
But this is not the same Brentford from last season though.
I mean, this is
This-
also true.
Yeah, I think this is a weakened Brentford from last season. I mean, this is not, the Brian Mbuemo, Johan Wissa, Ivan Toney Brentford. This is not the Thomas Frank Brentford. I think they're not as good. I think they're decent, but I think it's a weakened team, and Chelsea shouldn't have dropped points against them, even though they did. But
They're what called sneaky good.
Yeah, they had their moments.
Yeah.
And I forget the guy's name that they signed from Bournemouth. That was a really good signing. And he's been really good for them to start the season. But my question for you guys is Ruben Amorim in trouble? Do we think that he, is he on borrowed time at this point? Do we think that he, does he continue? I mean, it's getting to be where he's in no man's land. I mean,
I really felt like if they lost at home, that could be the case. Now, their next game is going to be Sunderland at home. I think if they lose that,
he's done.
If he's not done, he's close to done.
And then if that happens, do they go for Oliver Glasner?
Well, I mean, their next game is Liverpool, and Glasner's already got a record of beating Liverpool.
Yep.
It's just a matter for Glasner. Would he want to go to Manchester? I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm speaking out of turn here, but I feel like Manchester is not really the same kind of job it used to be.
But at the same time, as much as it pains me to say it, because you know how much I despise Manchester United with every fiber of my being, but it's still Manchester United at the end of the day.
That is true.
The brand itself, even if they're not great on the pitch, but to me, it's a poison chalice at this point. It's honestly how I feel about the Chelsea job in a lot of ways. It's a poison chalice, and it's like, do you really want it? Like when Maresca took the Chelsea job, I thought it was a poison chalice. I don't know, just my thoughts, but I don't know who would want the United job. I think it's a lose-lose situation, but some people are just attracted to the brand, and maybe that'll be what it is. But I think if Amorim goes, you have to think about, if you let him go, you have to think who could be better. And you've got someone who at this point is Premier League proven, at least to a certain degree, in Glasner. And I don't think you're going to find a better in-season replacement if he wants to do it than Oliver Glasner.
Yeah, I don't think there's a guarantee he even wants to do it.
No, I mean, I think if he's smart, I think he stays where he is, at least through the end of the season. Then you can reassess at the end of the season where you are, and if Steve Parrish is going to give you money to invest, which I highly doubt he will. But if I'm Glasner, I stay through the season. But if he's looking to leave because of the lack of investment that he received, like I think Man U would go after him. I think any team that replaces their manager at this point would go after him, especially now that Nuno, which we'll get into in a little bit, now that Nuno is no longer on the table. But we'll transition into that in a second.
We'll talk about that.
Real quick teaching moment. So these guys can just switch coaching from one team to another mid-season like this?
The answer is yes, but generally there's a fee involved. Kind of like in football, like you have to pay out a manager's contract. Well, there is actually a transfer fee sometimes for managers if they have a buyout in their contract. So you can pay to get a coach out of his contract to change over to your club. So yeah.
Okay. I'm used to, of course, obviously like college sports here stuff. You can sack your coach, but you don't normally hire a new one from another team.
Yeah.
Within the same season. So I'm just.
Well, I'll put it this way: Chelsea several years ago paid £13.3 million to FC Porto in Portugal to bring over Andre Villas-Boas to be their manager. £13.3 million to get him out of his contract, which is essentially like a transfer fee for players.
Yeah.
It's the kind of the managerial equivalent. So, and by the way, that ended up being a horrific appointment. So, I think it only lasted not even a year. So, Chelsea and their money and whatnot. But Speaking of managerial sackings and former Chelsea managers, by the way, West Ham, which I think on this very show, did we or did we not say West Ham might make a change at some point? And lo and behold,
I
they
think we
did.
said. I think you said after the last result, which I need to
Yeah.
find out. I forgot what that was.
Well, I think we thought it might happen at the international break, but it did not.
No,
In fact, West Ham so Graham Potter is has been sacked as the West Ham manager, and former Nottingham Forest manager of just a few weeks ago, Nuno Espirito Santo, has agreed to take over the West Ham job. My point of contention, and I would love to know what you guys think about this, is that on Friday, Graham Potter took the press conference for preparing for this past weekend's game. They let him sit through and get all the questions, and they even asked him about the pictures that went around of his face being put on other people's bodies. I'll just leave it at that. Gender did not matter in that case. I will say that, but and he was having to ask about those jokes, and people basically making a mockery of him. And as he always is, Graham Potter was very classy in the way he handled it. But I just thought it was really poor from West Ham's point of view to let him take that press conference, and then before the game, he was sacked. So they didn't even let him play out the game. I mean, he was sacked before the game even took place. So
yeah, the timing makes me think it's something else on top of that, because usually you would not see something like that like 2 days before a game unless it's something more extracurricular, I guess.
But it is West Ham.
It is West Ham. That's the other thing to attach to it.
Yeah.
But they did get a point against Everton today. So
I was gonna say, I mean, could you call it a man? So Donnie, for your edification, a lot of times they call it, like anything with a new coach, they call it the managerial bump. And there's a new coach that comes in, there's kind of a new lease on life. And it's like, if you weren't playing under the previous manager, then they're like, oh, I've got a chance to play here. And they want to impress the new manager, because the new manager may want to play a completely different formation and lineup that benefits a player that didn't work under the previous one. So I don't know if this is the closest West Ham's had to any kind of managerial bump. And Jared Bowen, obviously a good player and who's going to play probably regardless of who the manager is. But I just feel bad for Graham Potter. I mean, he's before the Chelsea job. I mean, he was at Brighton and that team was flying. He played really good football at Swansea before that, and before that at Ostersund, he had them playing great football and winning, and he really had success after success after success, and now he's been kind of in the managerial no man's land after the Chelsea job that through no fault of his own was an absolute disaster. Well, I shouldn't say. He has some blame in it, but he entered a no-win situation, in my personal opinion. I don't think anyone would have succeeded in the conditions he was in.
I mean, West Ham's not an easy.
No, and I don't know why he took that. The only thing I blame him for is why did he take that job in the first place? But a lot of times there's a Premier League job available, and it's like you have confidence in your ability to turn things around, and he took it. And that was after he was out of the game for about a year. So
the question I'm going to have for that is, which championship team is he going to show up for next year and get them to the promotional playoffs?
Oxford.
I don't know. Oxford just lost to Sheffield last week, and
I know they're in the relegation zone. Don't remind me. I've got a soft spot for Oxford because I went there.
I understand.
Yeah. So, and I love the Kassam Stadium anyway. So, I hope that they turn it around, because I love seeing Oxford United in the championship. It makes me so happy. But, yeah, I'm going to say that Oxford stumps up and they go and get Graham Potter, and they make it, they get promotion through the playoffs, and they're a Premier League team. Not going to happen, but I can always.
My money's on Blackburn.
Oh, well, is Blackburn going to let him in? Because they suspended, like they're at odds with their local newspaper, and they're not
Yeah.
even allowing them to get into the ground. So
It's such a mess over
it
there.
is.
I don't.
Yeah, ever since Tony Mowbray left the club, I mean, they've been, and I'm talking about the championship time, not even the Premier League time,
Mhm.
but they missed Tony Mowbray, in my opinion, because that's the last time they saw any type of success. And then I thought it was a huge mistake for them to sack him, because even then they've not even sniffed promotion places in the championship. They've consolidated a place in the championship, but they're always in the middle or near the bottom. So, and I hate it because I love seeing Blackburn in the Premier League. In fact, in the Premier League era, other than Leicester, out of the perceived big six, isn't Blackburn the only other one to actually win the Premier League title?
I know they won one back in, I think, mid-90s.
Yeah, I think, and that was like that was during the Alan Shearer days, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think it's other than Leicester, and what I mean is out of the top big six, Donnie. What I'm talking about is Manchester United, Chelsea, Manchester City, Arsenal. I guess you throw Tottenham in there. I don't know.
Don't throw Tottenham in there.
Yeah, but Tottenham and then Liverpool. So out of that perceived top six, there's only been two teams that have won the title outside of those teams, and that's Blackburn and Leicester City.
Yeah, I remember when Leicester City won a few years ago because that was a big deal. Again, not knowing anything about or following any Premier League, I just remember when that happened, like Dan Patrick Show and all that. We're talking about how big a deal that was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was definitely massive because I remember following that, thinking like they're going to eventually fall. Like there's no because like the way it goes, it's like okay, one of the big teams is going to show up and eventually beat them, and it just never happened.
My favorite moment from that season was when Chelsea ruined it. Chelsea was nowhere near the race that season, but Eden Hazard ruined it for Tottenham, and the battle at the bridge. Chelsea basically made sure that Tottenham couldn't win the title, and they gave the title to Leicester City. So that was my favorite moment by far of that season, because the Leicester boss at that time was former Chelsea manager Claudio Ranieri. So I was really happy to see him have his moment in the sun, especially with how he was kind of unceremoniously got ushered out of Chelsea to bring in Jose Mourinho. I was glad to see for him to get his well-deserved moment in the sun.
Absolutely deserved.
Yeah, I love.
And even then, it's still something that's talked about, today. Because
100%, 100%. So another result I wanted to talk about this weekend. Even though my team lost and I know that they're horrible, I want to talk about Tottenham, because Tottenham does what Tottenham does. They come up with a really impressive result, and then they give the only team that had no points going into the weekend, if I remember correctly. Virgil, correct me if I'm wrong on that.
You're correct.
They gifted Wolverhampton Wanderers their very first point of this Premier League season.
And honestly, should have lost that game. Wolverhampton should have 3 points right now.
They should
for that stoppage time.
Well, but in classic Wolverhampton Wanderers fashion, they couldn't do it. So,
well, remember they talked about when when Tottenham plays at Manchester City, they always end up winning or having good results there. It's the same with Wolverhampton and Tottenham. They just tend to play better there. Why? I don't know, but that was a fun game to watch. I did not think they were going to pull it off for a minute. But yeah, that was pretty much the fact, they, like I said, they win a game handily and you're thinking, okay, they're going to turn it around. And then you draw at home. They weren't away at home to the last place team. So that's just kind of a microcosm of what Tottenham is.
Well, blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while. So I guess that's Wolverhampton just kind of got that 1 point.
So. Yeah, with the way it's now, do I think they're going to end on 1 point? No, I think they'll definitely steal a win or two and probably get a few draws. They're not a bad. Let me phrase that. They are not a good team. but there is quality there at least. But
Well, I mean, even if you're at the bottom, I mean, look what the Rockies did in baseball. I mean, even if you're at the bottom, you're still going to play some of the other teams that are very close to the bottom as well, but that are not very good. So the chances of picking up some wins here and there, or at least some more draws in this case, are there. So
right.
Sorry, I went away like Tottenham did for most of that game, but anyways, but you could say that I'm shameless with how poorly Chelsea played, and you're right, I am shameless. But if I can get a dig in at Tottenham, I just have to do it. So,
I mean, and
Yeah.
honestly, when I was thinking about questions to ask before all hell broke out at work, which was the worst result? Chelsea losing to Brighton or the Tottenham draw? Because really, yes, I mean, you're looking at 3-1 with 10 players for Chelsea versus a full strength 1-1 draw. But I mean, like I said, Tottenham should have lost that game. That was probably an undeserved point, in my opinion.
Yeah. So, are you saying that Chelsea's loss is worse than Tottenham's draw?
No, I think Tottenham's draw was worse.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to give Chelsea any. Let me be clear. I'm not going to give Chelsea any kind of get out of jail free card because they woefully underperformed and they should be beating Brighton, considering they buy like 75% of Brighton's players anyway and still can't beat them. Yeah, I'll take a dig at my own club. But anyways, it's a yeah, very, 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 very bad result for Tottenham. Yeah. So anyways, let's see. I was trying to see if there were any other results at the weekend. Obviously, we talked about West Ham. We talked about the West Ham result. Aston Villa got their first win of the season as well. Aston Villa got their a 3-1 win over Fulham. So big win for Aston Villa. And 3 points for Unai Emery. And so I guess I should have said that. Well, I guess Aston Villa had a point, but it was their first win of the season. Is that right?
That's first win, yes.
First win. So is this Villa kind of getting started?
Because they had 3 draws, so they at least had 3 points before that.
Yeah.
They got 6 points now.
Is this Villa officially getting their season started, or is it is this kind of I think they're too good of a team to be where they are right now. They got too many good players. But
I would say it's definitely a nice home win, but I wouldn't say it's indicative of how the season's going to be for them. I don't think they've turned a corner yet. Let me see what their next matchup is. They play Feyenoord at the Europa League, so that's not going to be.
I think Aston Villa struggles when they play European campaigns.
Yeah, I mean, it's a whole different thing. I mean, it's a whole different level of attention for that.
Well, their financial situation didn't allow them to really invest like they would like to, because I think they actually have the funds to do it, but the profit and sustainability rules, or you may hear it referred to as PSR, prevent certain teams, namely like your Aston Villas and your Newcastles, from who have the ability to really add if they didn't have to follow these PSR rules. They just can't because of the way that the books have been managed. They need a Virgil Brooks to make sure, to keep them in the black. The profit wise, by the way, not the race, just so we're clear.
I knew what you meant. You didn't have to make that joke.
Yeah. But anyways, I just want to make sure I'm clear about being respectful.
I understand.
But to make sure that they're profitable. But the other big game I wanted to go on, speaking of Newcastle, how lucky was Arsenal to come away with 3 points against Newcastle? You could say that they were. You can make the argument that they were relentless and they just didn't give up. And I think that's the first time since, what was it, in the 90s, I think, that they've been down 2-0 in the last 10 minutes and come back and gotten all 3 points.
That's a sign of a quality team in
It
Arsenal.
is.
Because
Yeah, it is.
Newcastle's not a pushover. Like they gave Barcelona a really good match in Champions League.
No. And
So
it pains me to say anything nice about Arsenal because I can't stand them, but they have quality all over the pitch. I mean, they and even their guys that aren't necessarily locked on starters most of the time show up. I mean, like Gyökeres is looking like a decent signing. Eze is fit in seamlessly as the 10. Saka is Saka. Trossard to me is an underrated player. He's just useful. I mean, he pops up with useful goals. I mean, that's from his time at Brighton. And to me, even though he gets criticism at Arsenal, he still pops up and he's a very useful player. Because when they have injuries, because they will, and he always pops up and he stays pretty fit and he's there. And then Zubamendi's been an unreal signing for them. Gabriel in the middle has been unreal for them and obviously got them the game-winning goal. And David Raya has been rock solid in goal for them. So it scares me because I think they're the team that gives Liverpool a run for the entire season. You're
going to say that with Crystal Palace just being right there.
I'm right here. I can hear you.
Well, just being completely real about the lack of depth that Crystal Palace has.
You're very true about that.
Like Crystal Palace is a very strong 11. You can't tell me that you look at their bench and you're like, wow, that's going to win them the Premier League.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So if they stay fit, you never know. But they're also having a European campaign this year, even if it is the Conference League. So
and we got a game Thursday and then have to come back Sunday.
Yeah.
Dynamo Kiev.
Yeah. Hey boys, my 5 questions, friends. Yeah, it is.
He's talking about 2 of us. What do you mean, friends? Like only me and Donnie did it.
Exactly.
Oh, well, then obviously you haven't listened to today's episode.
Oh, what?
You might want to go and watch out for the Dad Hat Chronicles.
Did something get slid in the
possibly
the mail slot that we haven't picked up off the front match yet? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's weird. A new episode did drop, but all I hear is static when I listen to it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
well,
nothing came in.
That must be some quality static then.
Yeah.
Anyways, but that's a huge win for Arsenal because the talk going into the weekend was that if Arsenal didn't win, of course this happens every season and we know it's not going to be decided now, but they were like, is Arsenal going to be out of the title race if they don't beat Newcastle? Well, not only did they beat, which that's ridiculous because they would not be out of it. I think anything that happens before the crazy Christmas, holiday fixture period, I don't think that's indicative of where everyone's going to finish. Now, it gives you a good position. It kind of tells you what part of the table I think you'll finish in, but it's not indicative of where you'll ultimately finish because there's still a lot of football to be played. And not only did they get the 3 points against Newcastle, they benefited from Liverpool finally dropping points, and that puts them right back in the race. Mm-hmm. But like you said earlier, Donnie, your team that you've loved since, for many, many years at this point, and followed
for weeks at least.
Yes. Is the only team that hasn't lost. So I'm
probably jinxed everything by saying that.
Well, I'm by no means trying to. I mean, I will learn my lesson from Leicester City a few years ago. Because they didn't have a lot of depth either. But I'm by no means going to dismiss Crystal Palace out of this unless they play their way out of it. But I think Arsenal is the most built to handle the multiple competitions, but they also have a much different budget than the likes of a Crystal Palace has. So,
and they still have to contend with Champions League also.
They do.
Their next fixture, Olympiacos at home.
Ooh, Nottingham Forest man's other team.
Yeah.
So, Marinakis. But anyways, well, that's a lot of the football, unless you guys had some other things you wanted to discuss. That was a lot of the EPL. I did want to ask you, Virgil, to scoot over to the Bundesliga two real quick.
Okay.
To ask you how you're feeling after the Kaiserslautern loss to Paderborn.
I am really disappointed, to
Yeah.
say the least. I know I wasn't I mean, Paderborn's and they're fifth right now on the table.
Right.
If that red card doesn't happen in stoppage time in the first half, I think it's gettable.
Mm-hmm.
At least, maybe not at 3 points, but definitely at least one, maybe even a draw from that. But I
was feeling your pain, considering what I was just going through. I was feeling your pain.
Yeah, I thank you for that. But I mean, I put it on. I was watching on ESPN Plus. I saw the red card. I'm thinking, okay, let's see how the second half. Let's see how the first about maybe 10 minutes on the second half goes. If Paderborn doesn't score, then I think they can do good. And they give up 2 goals in the 50th and 53rd minute. So it's like, oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
So that knocks them down to 7th right now. So they're still in decent position. But there's some tough teams in the top 5 right now. Like Schalke, they've already beaten, so I'm not worried about them. But Hanover is in there. Elversberg, who's already beaten them, and Darmstadt's number 1, who I think either that was a draw or Kaiserslautern's already beat them. I got to go back and remember. Yeah, they lost 3-1 to Kaiserslautern.
Who, Darmstadt did?
Darmstadt did, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry about Kaiserslautern's loss. So
that logo is very interesting. I like that logo.
Even before I really picked them up as my team, I love that logo just because of the misdirection that people think of what it is, but it's a kick-ass logo.
Yeah. Okay, they're a front runner for me to kind of find a team over there.
I don't know if you heard about that. Yeah, Virgil, I don't know if you heard that earlier that Donnie is on a journey to find a Bundesliga team now, whether that's Bundesliga 2 or the top the top Bundesliga league. You might be swaying him to pick a Bundesliga team.
I'm trying to think of what team I think would fit him.
I was thinking VfL Bochum.
See, it's funny you say Bochum because I was kind of thinking along the lines of a smaller club like a Hoffenheim.
Oh, yeah. I could see that. They could benefit from a mayoral endorsement.
I don't know. Maybe we need to make a wheel out of those.
Ooh. Maybe we'll get Andre Kramaric to go back to Hoffenheim and he can have a good time with
I see Patrick's trying to just, throw me to the bottom of the table there, but
I just said a team. No,
at the bottom.
Yeah. Well, isn't that who Kaiserslautern has next anyway? Ironically,
is it Bochum?
I think so. Don't have Bochum next?
You're right. Yeah.
So anyway,
next week. Dang.
I'll have to figure this out, but I do like that logo, even if I don't choose them as a team.
Yeah.
If I had a shirt with that logo on the front, that would be funny.
Another one I think he would be good with is Magdeburg.
You got to be hardcore to follow Magdeburg, in my opinion.
You what?
You got to be hardcore to follow Magdeburg at my opinion.
Well,
we could do a wheel of Bundesliga teams.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, but then you're going to stick me with something.
No, it says, the wheel of wise choices.
Okay.
But see, here's what will happen, because it'll be like my NFL experience. We'll spin the wheel, and it'll land on Bayern Munich. And then you guys will bitch about that because no, you can't pick the champions from, his historical champion. So let's pick another team, and then you'll end on probably a respectable team. Maybe
he would end up with Bayern Munich.
Yeah, but I mean, you may end up with a Leverkusen or a St. Pauli. St. Pauli would be fun.
That would be.
Okay, I'll let you. You put together. You put together a reasonable wheel, and I'll start with that.
Well, if he does that, he'll drink a St. Pauli girl. Every week, if they make a march and have a good season, he'll drink a St. Pauli girl.
I can make a list out of that.
Yeah,
I think that'd be fun.
I'm partial to Pauliner, but okay.
I just said if you get St. Pauli from the wheel, you might have to drink St. Pauli girl. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. So, anyways, but speaking of Bundesliga, I did want to give a big congratulations to the former Tottenham forward Harry Kane. Harry Kane officially became the player with the fastest to 100 goals. Is that right, Virgil? Is it 50 or 100 that he's done?
If it's Bundesliga, surely it's not at 100 already, dang. But that would mean the fastest. Let me check that out.
Yeah, but I mean, I know he surpassed Ronaldo for like the quickest to a certain goal. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, he has 100 goals for Bayern. Yeah, so he scored it in the fewest amount of games of any player that's joined a club in history. I think he beat Cristiano Ronaldo at Real Madrid by 1 game.
That's
If I remember correctly. And he had to score 2 goals against Werder Bremen to do it. And he got a penalty. He got a PK late in the first half. Then he scored in somewhere in the 60th minute in the second half against Werder Bremen in a very comfortable win for Bayern. And I think that was a record that was shared by both Cristiano Ronaldo at Madrid and Erling Haaland at Manchester City.
Mm-hmm.
So, well done, Harry Kane. That's been money. That's been money well spent by Bayern Munich, no doubt about that. So, yeah.
And Mike's family's from Stuttgart, so
Stuttgart.
That needs to be an
Oh,
option.
Another proper club.
yeah. So, Mike, were they Voltemata fans before he got sold to Newcastle? Because the Bayern Munich is running their mouths yet again about that. They were asked about losing out to Voltemata to Newcastle, and Karl-Heinz Rummenigge said that he congratulated Stuttgart for finding, I think he said, idiots that would pay the amount of money that they paid for Nick Voltemata to join. Although Voltemata has gotten off to a very good start with Newcastle. I mean, I think that needs to be said. He scored again against Arsenal. So you can call them what you want, but he's already scoring goals in the Premier League. And considering that he's a guy that was released by Werder Bremen like a little over 12 months ago, and the career resurgence that he's had has been incredible. So I don't know. I don't like it when the Bayern directors feel like they need to comment on everything, but that's just my opinion. Yeah. But anyways, anything else in football, boys? Is there anything that we're forgetting?
So I do wonder, since Donnie's finding a Bundesliga team now, if we just need to go ahead and just open up all the leagues.
Yes.
Just
let's hang on now. Hang on. I mean,
wise wheel of winners.
Let's not get too many things to keep up with yet.
Well, see,
you definitely need to. You need to be following 7 leagues a weekend. Absolutely.
Then after, we'll do Serie A in Italy, then we'll do La Liga.
Yeah. And we're going to do, well, we've already got Liga. I was trying to get him on the Marseille train, but he's already on the Lyon train.
That train's already departed.
No shade here, but this is coming from 2 single guys. So, I mean, I don't have that kind of time. Anyway.
Wow. What do I say to that?
You guys know I'm messing with you.
Considering I'm dating somebody, but
I was about to say, I don't think Patrick is single.
No. And he knows that. Yeah. Points Donnie. Oh, wow. You got Mike Gorell giving you flowers. Something's wrong with this. Yeah. Something's wrong with this tonight.
You guys know I'm messing with you.
No, I'm hurt. I don't even know if I can go on. I might.
I'm near tears. Like, I want to talk about.
Guys, thanks for joining. Guys, thanks for joining us tonight. No.
I want to talk about Pulisic at AC Milan, and you just kind of completely just ruined me.
Yep. Wow.
Let's talk.
Just for that, I'm giving you Lazio for Serie A, a team that I absolutely hate. So
give him Lazio.
No, don't do that. Don't be a sore guy.
No, give him Cagliari.
I like Cagliari though.
But they're always being relegated.
That's true. But they always find a way back up too.
They're the yo-yo club. They're the Norwich. They're the Norwich of Italy.
I was going to say more than West Bromwich, but that works too.
Well, either way,
there was a game I saw that I wanted to bring to your attention. but I cannot remember. Oh, Atletico Madrid beating Real Madrid 5-2.
Ooh, I missed that one over the weekend. I didn't see that.
Yeah, that happened on that was one of the Saturday games, and
Yeah.
Madrid win it. Actually, it was tied 2-2 at half, but then Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid just got their three afterward.
Is it just me, or is Real Madrid under Xabi Alonso struggling?
Well, I mean, they're second in the table right now, but I mean, it's still to a Barcelona team, which I don't know if they've really been the same or not since a lot of their changes have happened. But I'll be curious how many of us have their Champions League.
Yeah, but that's it's so weird to me to see Alexander Sorloth playing for Atletico Madrid. It
doesn't feel right, does it?
It doesn't, but because he scores everywhere he goes except when he's in the Premier League. Like, I feel like he's been a success virtually everywhere else that he's gone. But I just never thought that he did much in the Premier League.
Mm-mm.
He's Norwegian, isn't he?
Pulling up his stats right. He is Norwegian, yes.
Yeah, because
I see that as his history on here.
Yeah, Mr. Mayor, the player that I'm talking about is a former Crystal Palace player.
Okay. What was his name again? I'm sorry.
Alexander Sorloth.
He is Norwegian. I think I'm cutting out, so if I pause, that's why it's happening. I apologize.
No problem. I just figured you were trying to ignore me, but that's okay.
No. I think it's.
Don't worry, Donnie has to. It's all good.
But do you know where Real Madrid's going next?
I do not, actually.
For their Champions League game, they are going to Kazakhstan.
Are they? Wait a second. I know who they're playing. They're playing Kairat, right?
Kairat, yeah. Kairat Almaty.
Yeah. Home of 16-year-old Chelsea prodigy, Dostan Satpayev.
See, this is what I'm talking about. You are great with the names, and I just can't.
I only know him because he's going to be a Chelsea player, but he's already played for the Kazakh senior team at 16, and he's already scored almost 20 goals as a 16-year-old. I mean, it's unreal what he's done. I mean, he was part of that Kairat team that put Celtic out of the Champions League.
Right.
So I'm really happy for him that he gets to play, that he gets to start and play in some of these Champions League games. So
no, it's great. It is great. A great experience.
I don't want to put too much pressure on him yet.
I'm looking.
Yeah. I don't believe in putting too much pressure on a player who's 16 years old. I think that's ridiculous. But playing what's in front of him and controlling only what he can control, he's doing a great job.
Yeah.
And I'm real excited for him.
So let's to circle back. We need a wheel for Bundesliga, Bundesliga 2, and La Liga.
I'm not going to get because I'm going to just do a Bundesliga one. I'll pick
all. Okay.
Yeah. I'm not going to put all of them on there. There's a lot of those Hansa Rostock. I mean, come on, you're not going to follow them, but there's certain ones that will I think will be interesting for you to follow.
Well, we definitely need. Did you say Rostock?
Hansa Rostock, yeah.
Ah, good call.
I don't even know if they're in Bundesliga 2 or not.
Well, who's the team I'm thinking of? Because that sounds a whole lot like a team that's in the Russian Super League. That's not who that is, but But I mean, we definitely need to get.
You're thinking like Rostov.
Rostov. That's who I'm. Yeah. But that's but honestly, when I look at Donnie, I think of Ruben Kazan. But so we might have to get him a Russian Super League team.
He's Torpedo. He's Spartak Moscow.
Is he Spartak Moscow? Okay.
That man is that has Spartak written all over him.
As long as he's not Red Star Belgrade. Okay.
I can also go ahead.
All right, Russian Super League. I'm pulling these up. I'm curious here. What's what?
I don't know. Is he a Lokomotiv Moscow? I don't know.
Torpedo Moscow. What in the world?
Yeah. He's gonna like the Lokomotiv Moscow jerseys, which I don't blame him.
I don't blame him for that either. No, yeah. I can give, if you give me a league, I can probably go ahead and put a team for what I think he'll be.
Russian Super League.
Already said Spartak.
Okay. Okay. Dutch Eredivisie.
FC Twente.
That's a good call. He reminds me of Steve McLaren a little bit.
That's kind of why I went with that.
Yeah. Yeah. Donnie reminds me of Steve McLaren a little bit, even though Steve McLaren's now in Jamaica.
Yeah.
The Jamaican national team manager, which is about the last place I ever thought I'd see Steve McLaren, but you know.
Well, it's a Commonwealth, so it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
All right, so next Monday you're going to present me with some new teams in these leagues.
Yes, because
either will or by choice.
Because apparently he has nothing to keep him busy, Donnie. Because apparently you're the only one of the three of us that's busy with anything. Apparently, because your time means more than all of ours, and
no, that is not true. That is not.
Yeah,
true.
That's what was suggested. Mike, was that not what was suggested? I'm just asking people that were in the chat.
See, all that I do is just these shows. Like I do the picks, I do all that.
You didn't have anything going on at work today, did you?
Nothing
Virgil?
at work, no social life, none of that.
Nope.
It's just this.
Don't worry, I don't have to do anything at work this week. I probably can just go in and do nothing because I have a nothing life apparently.
I didn't say anything about in week. So
I was just saying what I heard.
What I heard. and look, Mike, not what Mike heard either. Apparently, okay. I mean, Mike's a stand-up guy. He wouldn't tell a lie. So
listen, talk like that is how you end up with Grasshopper FC in the Swiss league.
Yeah. See, he totally marginalized both. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
He did. Thank you, Mike. Thank you for being a loyal listener and making sure you tell it exactly like it is.
And thank you, Donnie, for marginalizing us. I appreciate it.
Thank you. This is probably one of those few times, being what I am, that I know how Virgil feels.
When I look down from the mayor's bench.
Oh, Virgil.
Patrick, you were lucky I was not drinking when you said that.
Couldn't help myself. The opportunity presented.
But Patrick, I know where this stems from with Donnie.
What's that? I would love to hear.
See, the reason why he's being like this is because Crystal Palace is undefeated.
Oh, okay.
And so he thinks because he follows such a proper club now that he's better than us.
Oh, very nice.
He can pass it. Because, did his team lose to Brighton 3-1? No. Did his team give Wolves their first point? No. So, this whole smug attitude he has now, holding us down, it's gone to his head.
Yeah.
Is my team going to the World Series? I mean,
look who's joined us. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Ed's here. Sorry.
Yeah, Ed, you've missed a great show so far. Let's see, we're about an hour and 7 minutes in, and for an hour and 7 minutes, both Virgil and I have been marginalized by one Donnie Weiss.
And I have so many wheels to make because we've been assigned
Go
the
ahead.
wheel of soccer leagues.
Oh man,
the wheels of soccer leagues.
Wait, hold on. The wheels of soccer leagues.
Yeah, I need a Bundesliga team, Bundesliga 2. I need a Russian. I need
Can we not?
La Liga, Russian Super League.
I will join you in La Liga because I have been looking for a club for La Liga.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently Virgil wants to put together a wheel for each of these leagues for me to select a team.
Basically,
that's not quite what he said. That's not quite what happened.
That's not what I said. No. Basically, what I've said is I said, Patrick, if you give me a league, I can give Tony a team to who I think he fits.
Yeah.
And now in my head, it's like, well, I'm going to give Donnie a team for each European league and make a Donnie Weiss Champions League.
Oh, okay. All right.
Hey, that's fine too. If you just want to assign me a team, I will accept your choices.
Because apparently, Ed, I am single and have nothing else to do with my life.
Damn.
Yeah. These are the things he said when you were gone.
Yeah. He said the same about me, by the way.
They are out of contexting a lot of things.
Go back and listen to the tape, Ed.
Donnie, who are you? I don't even know you anymore.
He said, you both are single, so you don't know what basically you don't know what married life is like. And so
they were talking about all these leagues to keep up with, and I said, this coming from the two guys that are single. That's all I said.
Ed gets on and Jolly's here.
It's perfect timing.
Listen, don't be hating now. Don't be hating. Okay.
We're not hating. We're just
No,
observation.
Apparently, Virgil and I have enough time to realize that Jolly got on because we don't have anything else going on.
At least Patrick waited about 45 minutes before the Joe Sheets account showed up.
I did. My spider sense was tingling. Fantastic. Jolly, welcome on, my friend. Welcome on.
I just want to give you guys my hat of that I'm wearing. Just want to.
Oh yeah.
you guys.
Wait a second. Let's do something about this. Let's see. There we go. What have we got there, Mr.
Look
Dadhead?
at this, my Asheville tourist hat. Since I am here in Asheville, North Carolina,
Is that new?
it is brand new, and I got this. I was at an outlet store today, at a Lids outlet store, and I got it for. And get this, here we go. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
$20.
Yes, sir. I like that.
Dang.
And before any of you start bitching, why didn't you call me, Ed, or anything like that?
Yeah.
This is the only 7 3/8, and the other one wears 7 1/4, and now not a one of you wears 7 1/4. So I don't want to hear it.
I just want to know if you stopped by the ballpark and got us some of the signage that was there.
I have not stopped. I'm going to stop on Wednesday on the way out.
Yeah. Are you going to take my order for getting stuff from the team store?
Let me see what's going on. Let me see what's out there.
No.
Because
I'm waiting for you to say the tourist trap is under construction. You can't actually go into the store. But okay.
I will so take a picture if that's the case, because I don't want to hear it from you little fuckers. Okay, I just want to say that right now.
Listen, I'm prepared.
I'm not going to ask for anything, so you don't have to worry about it.
Neither am I.
I'm currently
Think it's
watching some football right now.
Wait, are you talking about the very football that we'll talk about tomorrow night?
Yeah, that one, brother. Miami.
That one, yeah.
Miami Dolphins.
Because I want to make Virgil proud of me, because Virgil, as you know, I don't have anything going on, and apparently I'm single.
Apparently not.
So,
yes.
Enough already.
Hey, I haven't brought up any other joke tonight. You brought this one on yourself. But
I got some things to talk about as far as
tomorrow. I
tomorrow.
want to bring up something from FCS actually.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I want Virgil to be proud of me. The new top 25 was released today, and there is a season high 10 conferences that are included in the top 25.
I'm looking at the NC.
And I even have the breakdown for you. So,
well, you're single and you have nothing else better to do, so I'm glad
that's why I had time to do this. Yeah, that's why I had time to do this.
Cool.
Yeah. So Harvard ended up in the top 25.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just
from the Ivy League conference, obviously. So here's the breakdown of the top 25. There's 7 from the Missouri Valley Conference, 5 from the Big Sky, 4 is the USC is the United Athletic Conference. Is that right?
Correct.
And then the 3 from the Colonial Athletic Association?
I think they changed that name, but I always
CAA. Well, the CAA, 3 from the CAA, and then 1 each from the following.
Oh.
Ivy, which is Harvard, the Ohio Valley Conference / Big South, the Patriot, the Pioneer, Southland, and SWAC. So I mean, that's 10 conferences being represented in the top 25. And for Virgil's edification, the team with the most votes that just is outside of the top 25 is Virgil's beloved Mercer.
You know, it's just the way it is.
And I have a bone to pick with this top 25.
Okay, I want to hear this.
So I want to know your thoughts. So we'll go over this tomorrow in the picks, but I do know the Incarnate Word handily beat Abilene Christian. But Abilene Christian is still in the top 25, and Incarnate Word is not even in the top 25.
Well, Incarnate Word had some bad losses.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to have to stop you for a minute. Which poll are you looking at?
The one that was on the official FCS page. Did I have that
Well,
wrong?
this one, well, as of right now, it's through September 27th.
Okay. No. I made a mistake. So there's two top 25 polls, and he has the FCS stats perform poll. So I have the right one now. So you're good. Sorry.
I got the NCAA one.
Listen, I'm trying to make you proud, Virgil. Don't tell me that I let you down.
No, you did not let me down. I just forgot. I forgot that both polls have such variations, and I was looking
They
at the
do.
wrong poll. So
Which
that's
one is
why-
the official one, though? I'm actually asking because I don't know. Which one's the official?
Technically, they're both technically official. I go off the coaches poll more when I do
Yeah.
my rankings,
So do
But-
I.
but that does not mean the other poll's not legitimate.
Ed
Yeah,
is not
well-
on vacation, Jolly. Ed is not on vacation. Ed is
And
actually
Jolly,
working.
I'll let Polly. I don't want to talk about Polly's business. So if Polly wants to respond to this, I'll let Polly respond.
Paulie already did.
Oh, did he? Oh, okay. Okay. Well, then there we go.
So Ed is in Asheville, North Carolina for work at a conference here. That's why you see me in my little ghetto rigged station. That's why I probably sound horrible tonight because I'm using this, so that's why I'm you guys are seeing this. Like I just got back from a work event where
He's
You know.
very, which is probably where you saw him at the very beginning of the show when I didn't realize we'd gone live. There was no intro that played. But anyway,
it's weird. I don't know why it didn't play.
yeah. Well, and I don't know, and we'll talk about we'll talk about the rest of it off air. But yeah. Anyways, so the joys of going live on these various platforms. But
Well,
anyways,
so-
I wanted to know. I wanted to make Virgil proud to let him know that I was trying to do research on FCS, try to make sure that we brought it up tonight, and I was very
Very proud of you.
I didn't say anything.
No hand in this.
Nope.
Well, it is Ed's burner. So he's sitting there typing it right now as I watch him. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm looking at the scores for the FCS.
Yeah. So what I was
Hey, I was just going to say, so Ron and I had brunch Sunday with old high school friend and her boyfriend, and he is a ref for some high school games around the area. And they went to the Presbyterian game Saturday, and he was very high on Presbyterian. Of course, as he's put it, they're the best team in South Carolina right now because they are undefeated at 5-0.
Yeah.
But
That's
he also
important.
mentioned that Barry Switzer's grandson plays for Presbyterian,
does
and he was at the game on Saturday.
Okay.
Apparently, he's a running back.
Well, here's a question that I had, but this is purely because it's a team in my home state. When are people going to start taking West Georgia for real?
Never.
Man, I'm going to be honest with you. I thought was it Eastern Kentucky they played last?
No, they played.
Oh.
Who was it?
Sorry, my memory's kind of fading.
No, it's okay. They played. Let's see.
So you're talking about
Southern Utah. They played Southern Utah.
Hold on a second. Time out. Wait a minute. Time out. You want to get them respect, and you couldn't even figure out who they were playing.
I don't really follow them.
Yeah. No, I'm just want to put that out there.
I mean, I just had to look. I mean, I just pulled up my trusty thing, and they played the Southern Utah Thunderbirds. But whatever.
No,
big
I'm just just want to put that out there.
Hey.
Okay, since Ed's done now with that, I will say this. Southern Utah, good win. Give them props. Travel out there to have to do that. Week 7, it's going to be their first real test. Abilene Christian comes to town.
Yep.
So,
And that's 2 and 3 Abilene Christian, is it not?
that is 2 and 3 Abilene Christian, but that's still a quality team.
Can we hold off on giving any props to West Georgia until then? Because that's going to be the test of whether or not they're going to be any good.
Hey, those wolves are howling right now.
I mean, you can give them the credit for being undefeated because I mean,
Yes, you can.
let me pull up who they've played because it's not like they've been playing. I mean, they beat East Tennessee State. That's not a
I
that's
would,
not a pushover.
yeah.
They won at
Yeah.
Nichols. Nichols beat Incarnate Word on week 1, so they beat them on week 2.
Yeah.
Then Eastern Kentucky was last week. Because at first, when I saw the Samford score, I thought, "Oh crap, they're going to be really good this year." But then Samford, I still think has not either. They've only won one game, or they're still winless right now.
Yeah.
And Sanford didn't win. Yeah, they got beat by
Yeah.
31-13 by Furman. So
Yeah,
Well,
they're 0-5, by the way.
Not-
Sanford.
yeah, and not to go into like our picks and everything like that, but what about that Montana win over Idaho?
I'm so stupid picking Idaho. What was I thinking?
What we try to tell you on that one.
I thought Idaho's defense
That wasn't
was
even close.
No, I thought Idaho's defense was going to make up for the lack of passing game. I was wrong.
They got vandalized.
They got more than vandalized.
They only lost by 11.
I don't
Did it-
care. They lost by
See,
double digits.
No, I saw that game. That felt more than 11.
I was trying to give you something here. I'm sorry. I watched part of that game.
Listen, I don't watch much FCS. I saw some of that. I may not know anything about FCS, but I can tell when a team's getting absolutely battered.
And to be honest with you, though, like I didn't watch a lot of college football this weekend. I was mostly concentrating on the fact that, like, you know, there was a national holiday, and then two, the Guardians were playing. So I was like, I was out on a lot of.
I was definitely on my Blue Jays vibe, no doubt about that.
Considering I was single and had a lot of time, I watched everything.
Good for you. Good for you, my friend. Good for you.
But Mercer, I was disappointed. But that's not even the most disappointing score I came across.
All right, which one was
Now, of course, they are struggling right now, but usually they're kind of in a better position.
it? He froze.
Man,
You guys can hear me.
Wow,
that's a cliffhanger.
That's a teaser right there.
I keep on dropping. I hate this. It's like I don't know if my internet's going on or not. He's about to do it again.
Go ahead.
Say it.
Stay tuned till next week for that answer.
I said, ladies and gentlemen, he has Patrick
To
Internet.
be continued.
He has Patrick Internet tonight.
Let's try this again. I'm cutting off the third time. I'm throwing this laptop out the door. The team I am most disappointed in so far this season is Chattanooga.
Wow, it happened again.
He did.
You
Stop
did,
doing
Patrick. I know you did that. I'm going to invoke your powers by the end of this.
I will remove you from the co-host list. So calm down.
Well, apparently you already have because I can't go live. But anyways,
The team I am most disappointed in this season is Chattanooga by far. Sitting at 1-3, they lost to the Citadel at home. 28-10 wasn't even close. This was a team last year that was fighting for a playoff spot. They have the talent; it's just not meshing.
yeah.
And usually, I will probably still go to my one Chattanooga game this year, but it's a major turnaround for what they were last year.
Can I give you mine?
Go ahead.
I was a little disappointed in South Dakota. North Dakota State put that beating on, but like I was expecting a little bit more fight out of South Dakota, and you only put 13 points, dude. Like, and you gave up 51. That's the one I was a little disappointed in.
I was thinking that maybe North Dakota State was going to be looking ahead to the Illinois State game that's this week, and thought maybe just a little bit looking ahead.
Nope.
No, they did not. They actually they just took everything out on them.
And wasn't South Dakota ranked 17 going into the weekend?
Yes, they were ranked in that game, so that's
They
not
were.
it.
Yeah, that's a good call. I didn't, that's because I know I got that pick wrong because I picked South Dakota to cover the spread, and
They didn't cover.
no, they did not. No,
think
didn't even
most
come
of us
close to
picked-
covering.
I think most of it picked to have that cover. The
So,
South Dakota
3
cover.
people did, 2 people didn't. And I'm not going to spoil who won picks.
Oh God!
Congratulations, Virgil.
Nope, not me. One person got all 3 of the FCS picks right, and I
Oh,
want you to
Congratulations, Donnie.
know who it was.
Please let it be me. I've
It's
been
not
dying
you.
for the FCS. Oh,
No. It's not you.
It's
the
Donnie.
worst. It's the worst possible choice it could have been.
It's Eric.
It's Eric.
Oh,
Oh,
my
no.
So I don't
no.
want. So basically, and we will bring this up tomorrow. I do not want to hear any more bitching about FCS games being in there. He has gone perfect on them.
Wow.
Son of a bitch.
So,
Yeah. Well,
but going back to some of the other games that, like I said, I'm mostly hung up on that Idaho game. I thought they were going to put more of a fight to it, and they just rolled over.
I
Sacred
got to address
Heart
this real
beating
quick.
Delaware.
Phil, the Miami Dolphins uniforms are fantastic. I
They
don't know why
really
they're
are
hurting your
fantastic.
eyes.
Those things are
Those-
legit.
Those are fire right there.
Have they ever worn like Miami Vice uniforms? Because I feel like if they turn that orange into like hot pink, I feel like that's where that is.
I agree.
Yeah, I
think
doubt
that's
they
what
have.
they really should go to those like Miami Vice colors. But the black ones are nice. But I agree with you. If they put like a teal or the orange, woo, baby.
Hmm.
yes, sir.
Anyway, sorry I sidetracked you.
No, it's okay. So Deshaun Jackson almost got another win, but Sacred Heart came back and won that game against Delaware State. That is starting to look, that's already he's already seeing a little bit more results from what Delaware State has in the past. So that makes me kind of excited watching one of their games now. Norfolk State still needs some work.
Yeah. South Dakota Mercyhurst.
I mean,
51-7. Jesus.
that's about what I expected.
That was bad.
On a local side, from here, I am also very devastated that Alabama A&M lost to Bethune-Cookman. The way they did.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you my local one. I'm hoping that they can pull out a win soon, but man, they are not getting anything done. The Fighting Camels
Oh, Campbell.
lost again.
I mean, Campbell's their schedule has not been
Favorable.
favorable because they had Rhode Island the first game. Then East Carolina. I mean, we know what's going to happen there. And then they played a really good Furman team. They beat Bryant, which Northeastern teams you don't know what to expect. Then they're playing Western Carolina. They lost to West Carolina. That was probably gettable. Do you know who they're playing next?
Oh,
Don't look at it. Do you know who they're playing next? It's an FBS team.
I'm not even gonna look.
Is it East Carolina?
Nope. They already played East Carolina.
Oh, okay. Not Virginia or something like that, is it?
NC State.
NC State was
State.
Ooh.
That's not going to look pretty.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I feel sorry for Campbell. Luckily, they're at Hampton the next week. I think that's a gettable game for them. But yeah, Fighting Camels, they've taken a lot of beatings.
Is this their year of just getting as much money as possible from those?
I was gonna say they collected some cash too along the way.
Well, unless it's NC State's homecoming, it seems kind of late for an FCS FBS match,
Yeah.
especially for a Power Four.
So Big True Poppy, the reason it's called the Break Even Sports Show is that you'll notice on Tuesdays and Thursday nights, there's one, the influencer, Mr. Eric Profit, that usually joins us. Since he doesn't join us for this show, there's not a profit, so we break even instead, hence the Break Even Sports.
Also, he hates anything that has to do with FCS or soccer or Formula One or anything like that.
Or fun.
Fun, correct.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's that.
The
Ooh.
Ed Sports Show.
Better chance.
He's not
of winning.
wrong.
That should call it the Ed Sports Show.
It's not because I'm not the host on this one. I am not the host.
Wofford or Samford?
I gotta see if that's Wofford's 0-4 too.
Who's Walford playing?
Well, Samford's playing what, Mercer?
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
gonna be good. Oh, they play Western Carolina, Walford.
Yeah. But Virgil, I thought Watford was in the championship.
Why'd you do that?
I didn't do anything.
No,
He
so
keeps cutting.
Yeah, so Wofford and Sanford are both 0-4. Let me pull up their schedules to see who I think.
Yeah, I was trying to find Wofford here.
Wofford in Western Carolina, baby.
Ooh, yeah. Bill said WCU anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Western Carolina.
Norfolk State plays at Wolford on October 11th. I think that could probably be a good chance. But guys, we need to circle November 1st on the calendar.
Why is that?
I may even if this holds the way it does, I may actually have this game picked. Sanford versus Wofford.
Oh,
Ooh.
Both already. One's already 0 for 5. One's 0 for 4. If they go winless, that's the game of the century right there. That's at Wofford.
Battle of the Puppies.
Mm-hmm.
The Puppy Bowl, we'll call it.
When I come up with another
Yeah.
name for that, I think that's trademarked.
They can suck
Yeah.
it.
Virgil, don't let Jerry the King Lawler in to talk about that.
You know what? No, I want to call it the Puppy Bowl, and so that way they can give me a cease and desist letter. I've been waiting for one joking. Put it on my back of my.
Ed, if we're never going to get a cease and desist letter from Doug Gottlieb, it's never going to happen.
True story. True story.
WCU is 2-3, but Mercer's won 3 in a row.
Yeah, Mercer's kind of turned it around after the loss to Presbyterian, which, by the way, is looking a lot better now with Presbyterian being 5-0.
Yeah.
They're actually showing up. Like, actually, those are actually some actual good games.
Mhm.
Yeah.
This Miami game is interesting.
In what way?
It is not a touchdown. You better calm the hell down.
I'm going to need for y'all to calm down.
There's no way that was a touchdown.
I don't know.
Let me look.
Talking about the one for the Jets?
Yep.
No.
I would say that it is.
I think it is.
Yeah, I would call that one.
Yeah. Wait, let me see that foot.
I was saying, make sure he's got possession. One foot down. Oh,
The
yes,
second-
that left foot just stayed inside the white.
Yeah. Let's see. Did they give it to him? Looks like they did.
Yeah, they did.
Because they're about to go for 2. Interesting.
Actually, I would like to change a statement I just said earlier.
What?
I said earlier that West Georgia's first test is going to be against Abilene Christian. I'm wrong. It's this
This week. It's this week,
West
baby.
Georgia at Austin Peay.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Now, Austin Peay did lose to Abilene Christian in a very disappointing game, in my opinion. But that's going to be their only other losses to Georgia.
Yeah. But didn't Austin Peay also, was it this season or was it last season that they beat an FBS team?
They beat Middle Tennessee State in the very first game.
That's what I thought.
So, yeah, they've already had a FBS
A big win.
So,
Yeah.
so I take back what I said. It's not going to be Abilene Christian. That's going to be your first challenge.
Well, the Wolves are ready to howl, baby.
But then they've got Abilene Christian and then Tarleton State after that.
Yeah. Well, that's that big. That's what we talked about, that 3-game stretch.
Yeah.
That was either last week or the week before that we talked about. There was that 3-game.
That's that
slog
goal
that they were
right
going to
there.
have.
Yep.
Yeah. Since, Ed feels the need to just constantly disrespect them, but okay.
Whatever, bro. I mean, it's not
No,
really-
I mean, no, seriously, do your thing. That's fine.
Well, then Abilene Christian went and messed everything up by losing. So.
No, I will say this: if they beat Austin Peay, it doesn't even have to be convincing. It could be 3 points. I'll put respect on their name.
Well, I feel like you already had put respect on their name. Ed's
I'll
just
put
doing
even
constantly hating
more
on them.
respect on their name. Like
I'll
I will,
And honestly, I don't have any ties to West Georgia. I mean, it's just nice to see them doing well.
I will wait until Austin Peay in the Austin Peay game, and then we can talk about whether or not they're respectable.
Man, they can win all 3
Thank
and
you,
after
Charlie.
finishing off Tarleton State, and you still won't give them respect.
Bro, please. Child,
Bruh.
please.
Bruh.
he'll be
Listen
saying,
to-
yeah, Tarleton State had an off day. We need to see him against Utah
Yeah.
Tech.
Listen, I'm going to be honest. I think Tarleton State beats the brakes off of West Georgia.
I mean,
Tarleton State's that good.
there's nothing stopping them right now. Like they're
Tarleton State's that good.
I don't know where the loss for Tarleton State's going to come from.
Yeah.
Because I mean they play South Utah next. They're
Yeah.
at Abilene Christian on November 1st. That could possibly get them, but I don't know.
They're looking good.
They're looking real good.
Yeah. By the way, I realized at the top of the show when we kind of got started, I never gave Donnie a chance to talk about his hat, which I really, really like. So Donnie, if you would indulge us with talking about that hat that you're wearing.
Well, this is one of the 2 new official league hats from for the Columbia Fireflies. This
That
is
such a
one
good hat.
that has the. Let me just do it this way. It's easier to take it off and show it to the camera here. But has the CF, which is kind of like the swirl of the
Yep.
firefly, the palmetto tree there from the
That's
state flag.
That's a beautiful
And
hat.
yeah, just kind of a nice corduroy. Shows the
Yeah.
dark blue around the bottom.
I mean,
Kinda
I'll tell you
khaki on
this.
top.
DHC Sports Show League entrants, official league, are really doing their thing. And I'll just tell you real quick, what I'm wearing is Colorado Avalanche. So
That's nice.
so one that my friend Leon designed.
Okay.
Yeah, my friend Leon that does a lot of work with Pro Image Sports of America. He does Pro Image Sports Colorado, excuse me. And he does really good work, and this is one of his creations. So that's my hat for tonight. You know, you'll notice I wear like a non-baseball hat a lot of the time on the Monday show, and then
I
switch back
normally
to
do. I hadn't worn this one, and I thought, tonight's
really
the night
like
for
that
a
one.
corduroy hat. You know.
Yeah, well, I mean, let me just give Official League some respect, though. They are absolutely killing it with some of these designs and these partnerships.
Yeah.
They are, and
Officially.
they're really getting out there with. And Mr. Producer, I don't know if you know this, but they just came out with a collaboration with AEW and soccer league teams.
I just saw that.
So, for those that don't know, that's All Elite Wrestling. If you're a wrestling fan, the
new merch manager for the Columbia Fireflies, Kevin Tibbett. He came from Portland Sea Dogs. About the first third of the season, I guess, is when he showed up here. But he's from the Pacific Northwest. He knows a lot of the guys that work for Official League.
Yeah,
he's very familiar with them. First thing he did was design 2 Official League hats to collab with them to get in here before the end of the season. And then I don't know if not to get off too much on that, but he's got 2 really sweet jackets, a nice windbreaker and another little rain jacket from Official League that the Fireflies have.
Didn't you get the windbreaker? Didn't you end up getting that?
I have not gotten the windbreaker yet. I did get the Official League corduroy winter jacket last year. That was the first item that the Fireflies collaborated with. So I've got a heavy coat. I need to get the other ones
in the store. Maybe you only sent a picture of it.
I did. I sent a picture of it to you guys in the store. I tried to get Mrs. Mayer to get that for me for my birthday. I'm still working on that one, but Official League's not cheap either. So
no, it's not. It's not. It's not.
And for those wondering, it's just me with my natural hair.
Yeah.
But
Jolly Gango said the rest of the stream we should take our hats off. But
Jolly, you don't want to see me with my you don't want to see my hair. I don't have I don't have glorious hair like Virgil does.
What he has not known yet is I am the only one that looks great without a hat.
That's true. That is fact. Even on Tuesday and Thursday, Eric doesn't. So
I know I don't. So
the thing is, we all look funny without a hat. Virgil's the only one that doesn't look funny without a hat. And
I would say I look funny with
great with a hat. No, you don't.
It kind of goes back and forth. I don't know. I do have a confession.
I've got 128,175 reasons to say that's not true.
Oh, thank you. I do have a confession to make, though, on Donnie's hat, and I'm kind of embarrassed to say this. As many times as I've seen that logo with the Columbia Fireflies, until you said it, I did not know that was a CF.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And
because it's
then,
supposed to be like a swirl of the fireflies,
Yeah.
like in the swirl of flame. I guess is what it's
Yeah.
supposed to look like. The flame.
I didn't know it immediately. I learned that several years ago at this point, but like I did not know that at first myself.
Yeah, C and F for the
Well,
Columbia
Yeah,
Fireflies.
I originally thought that they were just two fireflies. I didn't realize it was like a C and an F originally.
Yeah,
when
I just
first saw the
thought it was
logo.
a flame.
But
just
it's
like
one of those ones that
fire.
when you see it now, you can't unsee it.
Exactly.
Once you're told, like it's kind of like the little arrow that you see in the FedEx logo.
Yeah,
Like I for years I never knew that was there until someone pointed it out to me, and now every time I see a FedEx logo, that's all I see.
Jolly, I couldn't pull off a shaved head. That would look bad. I don't have much hair, but what
Milk
I've
was a
got.
bad choice. Milk was a bad choice.
I've had mine buzzed pretty short before, and that's as close as I can
Yeah.
get to that. I would look horrible with a bald head. I got to have a little something there.
Well, yeah. Well, Jolly, if / when I lose my hair, which is really when, I think that
'cause-
I'm one of those people that will have to. I'm one of those people that will have to probably shave my head because I don't think I can do the comb over. I
yeah,
just
see,
can't.
mine's very thin as well, but
So
I can't do none.
yeah, I would give anything to have like the luscious head of hair that Virgil has.
See, it's kind of funny because I usually don't wear my hair like this because like I said, when I grew up, my dad was a sergeant major, so my haircuts were done at the military barbershop at the PX, and it was always high and tights.
Right.
And that wasn't until maybe I kind of had something like kind of close, like similar to that, probably until like 3 years ago when I decided I want to wear this out and see exactly how it goes. Because I mean, it's like at first I was like, I could do like a mini fro with it, but then the curls were starting to set in, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is different. I like this.
When I
Yeah, I was gonna
first
say-
met you in Zebulon, yours was a little bit of a mini fro at that point.
Yeah.
And you had
Yeah.
a mustache. I saw that picture
Yeah.
the other day. I was like, dang. That look
Yeah.
you just look so
Listen,
different with the mustache.
Listen, if you let those locks go out anymore, I'm gonna make you an Uso and put you on WWE TV, as a member of the bloodline.
Nah, because that means I'm gonna have to have this style to get like cornrows, and I can't do that.
Well, no, you just have to do a simple splash off the top rope. It's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
But,
you're getting close to Bridgewater, Teddy Bridgewater now.
Yeah. But no, it's funny you say about the mustache. Every like 3 or 4 years, I just kind of like wake up one day and goes like, I'm gonna grow my mustache back, and then I just stop doing it after a while. So I'm kind of in that phase where I just don't have it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think you can pull it off either way, but I like this look. I think it looks.
I think this is probably my best look I've had so far. Some of the hair is still kind of causing some problems in the back.
I mean,
but
I will say this: you did finish at or near at the top of most viewers' favorite personalities on the show. So you're doing something right.
I mean, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. All right.
Yeah, Phil,
Well-
we'll get into everything Major League Baseball tomorrow, especially the fire
Yeah.
rate. We'll see what else happens.
Yeah,
I know,
and-
another one went down tonight.
I was
'cause
gonna say.
I got a text from Storm about one earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, probably the same one. Probably the same one that I just got one about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's been things going on during this very show that we'll have to catch up on.
But as a teaser for tomorrow, I want you guys to think about what job is the best job that's open right now.
Ooh, good call.
Hmm.
I've got my opinion, but I will save that for tomorrow night. Yeah, we got like 49 people in here right now, so thank you all for watching this, and thanks for tuning in on Monday night and listening to us talk about soccer, FCS, whatever else we decide to bring up randomly in the middle of the show. Virgil's hair, just whatever it is, or
Yeah, we'll be able to add some more sports soon because I know preseason hockey is going to be something.
Yeah.
And
I've got a lot of Anaheim. I got a lot of Anaheim Ducks talk about. So I'm hello, Mason McTavish getting a new contract. But but anyways, well, is there anything else, guys, or are we, or are we good?
When it comes to FCS, I do not have anything. Donnie, do you have technically an FCS team?
No, not really. I mean,
You might want to create a wheel for it.
Another wheel map. Man, all these wheels with so little time. Well, what do you mean so little time? I'm sorry. All the time in the world.
no, I haven't really. There's not a school that that I really follow from that standpoint.
What's Clemson's feeder school?
Feeder school? There's no
Yeah, for
feeder
FCS,
school.
Yeah. Isn't that what Dad
Tri-County
calls
Tech.
the feeder collegiate system?
No,
Oh dear Lord.
the bridge program runs through Tri-County Tech, but that has nothing to do with athletics.
Man.
I don't know. I mean, I've always followed the schools in South Carolina a little bit, but never like one particular one. I mean, I'm glad to see what Presbyterian's doing.
Yeah.
I follow for. I've always kept up with Furman as well,
Yeah.
but yeah, Coastal Carolina. I mean, I know those
Yeah.
all aren't FCS, but
Well,
any of the South Carolina schools I try to keep up with.
no one wants to hear me go on a diatribe about this, but we're talking. I'm sure that'll come up tomorrow night in some capacity.
He's keeping Gundy's seat warm.
Well,
I could see that being actually a good spot for Gundy.
Yeah,
I go either way with it because it's like I don't like the fact that it's like the reason why he kind of let go from Oklahoma State was because he was kind of behind the times.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that would translate with Arkansas, but at the same time, if his brother's joining him, it may actually revitalize him. Because he got lazy. He got complacent at Oklahoma State. He got comfortable. So that would actually
he did.
Oh,
no.
that would make Patrick
No. Listen, I'm fine with Brian Kelly going, but please no. Please no. Listen, LSU's offense is bad enough. I don't need a Mike Gundy offense.
Oh no. Yeah, Phil, I like the FU that we can say for Furman, definitely.
SoCon picks for this week. Let me see what's on for SoCon.
That's for Southern Conference, right? Just so I'm clear.
Yeah, Southern. Yeah. Okay, so Chattanooga at VMI. Dear Lord, I would have said Chattanooga beforehand, but I don't know what to expect from either.
Neither one of them are doing very well.
Mm-mm. Part of me wants to say Chattanooga still, because I know VMI's FCS win is not from I think it's from a D2 school. It's not even D1.
Ferrum,
yeah, that's not even FCS.
Yeah. And Phil, don't you know by now that SoCon picks for Virgil it's Mercer against the world?
Mercer supremacy, yes.
Yeah. You can say if you would not get in trouble. Oh man.
Let's see. West Carolina at Wofford. I think West Carolina's got that one.
Yep.
That's November 1st. Mercer at Furman. That might be a good road trip for you there. I would even have to drive up to Greenville for that one.
I always say I need to make it to Macon for a game, so maybe that will be.
Ooh.
Maybe that'll be maybe not that one, but there's probably gonna be a chance for that. Now, there's actually a game I have circled.
You're making it for that?
I'm not bad, Patrick.
I mean, it was right there for the taking.
I know. There is a game I am considering possibly going to in November.
What game is that?
Especially if they hold and either they're undefeated or only got one loss. Northern Alabama, Florence, Alabama, hour and a half from me, will be hosting West Georgia.
Ooh.
I think I may have to do that.
I might need to make a trip to Carrollton if they keep winning.
I guess the fall Carrollton. I know we talked about Carrollton before. We said about going to a baseball game there at some point,
Yep.
but I need to see how far that is. I mean, that's fair. That be the only one I'm not sure about.
But-
would probably be Wofford over Western Carolina, but
Well-
I think that's not bad for.
By the way, why is he saying Furman up to Chelsea, Wofford, and Mercer?
Huh? Those are the teams he's picking to win.
No, well, see, UTC in my world means up the Chelsea.
Oh,
That's a Chelsea. That's a Chelsea. That's a Chelsea thing. Up the flipping Chelsea.
Actually, it stands for Coordinated Universal Time.
What?
It stands for Universal Time Central.
Well, at least it's something that exists, unlike the Mountain Time Zone. So,
That is true.
how much would you guys need to
Phil, if we're talking about Presbyterian, the fact that they're 5-0, I've let go that Mercer has lost to them.
He blocked that out of his mind.
Yeah, my anger is still the fact that UC Davis Mercer got canceled, with Mercer having the ball for the winning drive, which was surely not going to affect anything now because why? But I mean, it still makes me mad thinking about that.
Yeah. What's
sorry.
Beachy Poppy going on about?
how much we need to shave our goatees and beards and mustaches on stream at the same time.
Are you guys wondering how much money you'll give us? Because I mean, I got really nothing to shave at this point.
Well, I mean, how much are you offering? We'll start there and we'll see if that's worth it. Because like anything, it'll grow back. Well, after I spent that money, depending on how much it is.
You have your baseball travel budget for next year.
So Phil says we're invited to the tailgate, but do we get into the game, Phil, or just the tailgate?
He'll leave us outside. I don't know how much you guys value your facial hair.
Oh, me never, because I clearly don't have any.
Well, I've only had this for 5 years, and I only grew it because I got lazy during COVID, and I just never shaved it. So, and my wife kind of likes it now, but I think she'd freak out if I actually shaved it now.
And see, the same for me. Like I
value my eyebrows. That's not happening.
Yeah, no. I think I did mine for like a no shave November, probably 6 or 7 years ago, because for years I never ever had a beard, and people thought I'd look weird with one. So I was clean shaven for years, and people thought I looked like I was 15. So
when you see pictures of Patrick with no facial hair, he does. He looks like he's like a teenager even now.
Yeah, even when I was in my 20s. And so both of you have never seen me without facial hair. So
no, I was about to say I don't think I have.
I've only seen the pictures.
Yeah, Virgil, have I ever shown you a picture of me without facial hair?
I don't think you have.
I'll send you one.
Okay.
I mean, put it this way, it's
send him the what was it, the Grand Marshal picture or whatever?
Grand Marshal.
Weren't you in a parade in a convertible? I know I saw that picture from somewhere.
Yes.
Whatever that was from.
Homecoming.
Yeah.
Homecoming in high school. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't
Patrick
worry.
Is a high schooler. You got to see that picture.
I'll find it, Virgil.
I'm more curious about the Grand Marshal part now than anything.
I was definitely not the Grand Marshal.
I couldn't remember what's for.
Like, you know how they have senior superlatives in high school and all that stuff, because that means absolutely nothing.
He was most likely to start a podcast.
Yeah, I was a senior favorite, and then I was voted like most well-rounded or whatever it was. So when you got those dubious honors, they in a small town, long story short, they let you ride in the homecoming parade because there wasn't a whole lot going on otherwise. So then, yeah, just like how I have nothing going on now, apparently. Back then I didn't either. So I got to ride with a member of the homecoming court.
I got voted most school spirit.
When I was in high school, my coach called me babyface because I couldn't grow a mustache like everyone else in high school. Interesting. We have extra tickets for inviting people. I can get 2 more with my South Carolina high school league pads. Now, does that extend to Clemson fans, Phil? Oh, pass. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
league
pass.
pass.
Yeah.
League pass.
Is that for Gamecocks fans only, or is that for that other school?
I would love to go to a Furman game. I've never been to one. That would be interesting.
I would at least recommend going to one FCS game a year.
Yeah.
So Phil, funny story about Furman. Their former coach, I think he's their former coach. Who's the coach now? Who's the Furman football coach?
On it.
Phil could probably tell you before you look it up. He could tell
So-
you that.
Oh,
Clay Hendricks.
so funny story. The current Furman coach is the brother of my former principal and next door neighbor. So that's my little small claim to fame.
How funny is that? I would never
Yeah.
thought. That's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. So his brother, and I'm telling you, his brother looks just like him. His brother is a former golf coach at my old high school, and he was also the former principal at that school. And he is my former next door neighbor. So I thought you would. I think he's. Let me see. Or cousin or something like that. Let me see. I think it's his brother though.
Donnie, what's the closest FCS school to you?
Presbyterian. It's like 45 minutes.
I mean, wouldn't be a bad one to pick up.
Yeah, I mean, as good as they're playing this year, that might be a good one too. So,
Although I will have to say, Pioneer League football is a little different because they're not scholarship. So, but still, to have a ranked team in that level is pretty good.
well, I mean, after finding out about Switzer's son being there, I might have to go check him out.
I didn't even know that, so that was a nice little surprise hearing that today.
Yeah, I looked. Let's see. Let me look back here. Oh, wrong one. I looked at his stats a moment ago. Well, earlier when I brought that up. Let me find FCS. Where was it at? Find the score of that game. Box score. So, Zach Switzer, 6 carries, 158 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 catches for 15 yards and a touchdown. So he had 3 touchdowns and 173 all-purpose yards there.
Dang, I need to add him to my FCS fantasy team.
His longest run was 79 yards of his 6 carries.
Ooh.
So, yeah. So, yes, Douglas said that they got to see Barry Switzer there watching his grandson on Saturday. That was pretty cool, he said.
Barry Switzer.
Yeah, that sounds very nice indeed.
So, yeah.
All right. Well, I think that kind of that about wraps up what we've got tonight. Anything else, guys?
No, I currently do not have anything else to talk about. I didn't know if Ed was coming back to talk about F1 for anything, but I don't think so.
I
Well,
don't think
if-
there's anything
not-
F1 really right
nothing
now.
to say
So,
Yeah, a shorter podcast than usual. Well, it's about 2 hours, so not too
well,
short.
we got
but-
we got started a few minutes late, Big Two Poppy, right
Yeah.
after 8:30.
Yeah. So, anyways, thanks for joining us tonight. Be sure to tune in tomorrow night at 8:00 Eastern time for our regularly scheduled DHC Sports Show.
And guys, there's going to be a lot to talk about on this
There
one.
is.
There's a lot of Division I football, the NFL this weekend,
Yep.
Major League Baseball playoffs start tomorrow. By the time we get on the air, at least 2 games will be complete. 3rd game will be in process. Holsinger, man, you drop in here at the last second every week. Come on, man,
Yeah.
get your schedule right.
This game is terrible. Oh.
He's probably working.
Go Pokes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Holsinger. Go Pokes. So yeah. Thank you, Mr. Producer. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Yep.
And good show as always. And thank all of you for joining us. And please make sure to join us tomorrow night. And until then, have a good night.
Night, guys.